Previously on Josh's YouTube channel.
I am training to participate in a powerlifting meet in October. I typically hit them at least once, sometimes 2 times a week. Now personally, I like to involve as many compound movements in my workout as I can. Alright, so now that we've determined what our split is, we've determined what our split is, let's get down. Let's get down to the compound movements that you should incorporate into all your workouts. First and foremost is the squat. Anyone who squats regularly has a love-hate relationship with the squats. The squats are terrible. The squats are kind of like that mean person with a golden heart, you know? I mean, they're kind of rough around the edges and they're kind of rude, but deep down inside they mean well and they do anything for you. That's the squats. Squats work your glutes, which is the biggest muscle in your body. It works your hamstrings, which is the back of your leg. It works your quads, which is the front of your leg. And it works your calves. It also involves some of your times your shoulder. Involves a little bit of back. But if you're doing squats correctly, it takes a lot of core strength to hold the bar up as well. And so as you can see, the reason the squat, many think that the squat is the #1 exercise to incorporate into a workout plan is because it works all those muscle groups at one time. And so you benefit, you're efficient with your workout, and you're working everything as far as the squats go. The next one is the deadlift. The deadlift is kind of like that guy that you meet. He kind of stands off in the corner, kind of quiet, think he's shy. You think he doesn't like anybody because he doesn't really talk to anyone, but he's really just a shy, quiet person. And then you get to know him and you're like, you know what? That deadlift dude's pretty cool. That's the deadlift. And the deadlift is again a great workout. Deadlift, depending on the stance you take, whether it's a conventional deadlift or a sumo deadlift, and those are the two main type of competition deadlift styles. You're going to either work a lot of your glutes and a lot of your hamstrings, or a lot of hip flex, a lot of quads, depending on the stance you take. I prefer the conventional deadlift, which means I get more glute hamstring action. But the deadlift is also going to work your back as well as your traps. Again, it's going to work your lower body as well, and it is going to strengthen your core. So as you can see, the deadlift is a great lift because, again, it hits many muscle groups. I would highly recommend on both. Those are probably the 2 lifts that you'll go heaviest on. And those are the 2 lifts that if you incorporate into your workout plan, you're going to get the most benefits from. I always start with squats or deadlifts depending on what day it is. And it just seems that after that, anything I do after that is just kind of icing on the cake as far as working the muscles and tearing them down to be rebuilt later. And then we come to the most popular kid at the party, the one everyone knows, the one everyone likes, the one that you see everyone talking to, and that is the bench press. Everyone and their mom bench presses. Bench press is a great compound movement. You can honestly build a workout plan doing only squats, deadlift, and bench press and get a good workout or get sets of workouts within a week simply by hitting those three, because you will hit every muscle group practically with those three lifts. But the bench press, again, is the most popular. Everyone knows about it. How much you bench is one of the most popular questions out there. When anyone finds out I work out, that's the first thing they ask me. How much do you bench? What's the most you've ever benched? Bench press works your chest, obviously. There is some core, because you have to tighten your core in order to brace yourself for any type of significant amount of weight. It works your triceps. It works shoulders. It has some bicep and back muscles that are involved in it. But again, works many muscle groups, which is why everyone likes to incorporate it into their workout. So the squats, deadlift, and bench press are the three lifts you should incorporate. Then those would be considered main lifts. And then we come into some other compound movements that you can use as accessories. For leg day, when you do squats, you can do a different variation of squat. You can do front squats. You can do safety bar squats, Zercher squats, all types of squats. Just Google different types of squats, and if you like squats, incorporate them in your workout. Squats are also one of those exercises where you don't want to ego lift. You want to make sure you can handle the weight and do it correctly with form. Other options are the hip sled or leg press, lunges, step ups, and hack squats. As far as accessories for the days that you deadlift, you have upright rows, and you can change the muscle groups by the angle of your back and by the type of grip that you use. You can use different variations of deadlift. You can use different grips on the deadlift. You can use different stances on the deadlifts. You can use different bars on the deadlifts, as well as pulling the weight from different levels. You can stand on something to give yourself a deficit on the deadlift, or you could put the deadlift, or you could put the bar a little bit higher up your legs and pull from there. All different ways that you can incorporate that. Again, you got the rows. You've got pull-ups, which are a great exercise for the back. You've got lawn mowers, which essentially are dumbbell rows, one with each arm. And you can use the hammer stuff, the hammer strength stuff to move the weight as well and get all types of back compound movements, hit all aspects of the back. And then for your chest, you can hit variations on your chest, different types of compound moves that help out. You got obviously the bench press, then you've got incline press, decline press, which are simply different angles of the bench press. Then you can do those variations with dumbbells, as well as those different variations with the hammer strength stuff. Another great exercise compound wise that gets overlooked for your chest and tricep region are dips. Dips work a lot of your lower chest as well as your triceps. So look in the description below. I'm going to put a example of a push-pull leg workout a 5-day split, exercises to do during those splits, as far as your main lifts and your accessory lifts, and just determine, like I said, how many days you're going to work out and tweak that to your rep range and the days you're going to work out and your goals that you're trying to get to. And I promise you, you'll mix this in with a good nutrition plan and you're going to reach your goals in no time. Do me a solid, like, share, and subscribe, and we will definitely see you guys later.